Welcome everybody to AMF Sayville. It is Sunday, April 10th, and we are in for a Final 5 shootout of LIGBT's House Shot Tournament. Let's meet our Final 5. First up, Mr. Eric Vecchi from Islip Terrace. Eric shot a 880 to lead the 1 p.m. squad. He's getting 43 pins as he has a club average of 172. Next up, Mr. Matt Umbenhower. He was the squad leader from the 3 o'clock squad with an 879. Matt has a 180 club average. He's getting 36 pins. And in the middle, Mr. Marc Miller from Merrick, New York. Mark has a 152 club average. He's getting 61 pins. Next up, Mr. Frank Spano from Brentwood, New York. Frank has a 170 club average. He's getting 45 pins. And last but not least, Mr. Nick Carbonetto. He shot an 816 at 1 o'clock, and he's got a 170 average and also getting 45 pins. Okay, bowlers, shake hands, and let's get this match rolling. We had a great tournament today at AMF Sayville, as over 90 bowlers packed the bowling center for a special house shot tournament. First prize today is $1,000. Second is $500. Third is $350. Fourth, $300. And fifth, $250. Very unique situation here. All 5 bowlers have never won an LIGB title, so we are going to have a new champion today. Scores were high all day today on the house shot with the handicap. 814 to make the cut at 1 o'clock. 800 to make it at 3 o'clock. Okay, this should be a fun Final 5 with the house shot. Here comes Frank Spano up first. And Frank's first shot mixes it up, leaves just the 7-pin. All right, Eric Vecchi standing very close to the foul line. Eric, really good bowler. Here he goes, spinning it up. 10 in the pit. I'm going to be saying that a lot today for these bowlers. Way to go, Eric. All right, Frank Spano trying for the spare here in frame number 1. Frank all over the spare. Way to go. Now, Mr. Matt Umbenhower from Lake Ronkonkoma out here in Suffolk County. Okay, Matt really cranking the ball up. Whips it, comes in high, leaves the 610. With all 5 of these bowlers never owning a title, many of them bowling for the first time in an LIGBT shootout on the video, the nerves probably are a little high right now. So I think the first couple of frames, it'll take them to get loose, but once they get going, they're going to have a ball. Oh, he avoids the chop. Matt's very happy as he gets the spare. Nice spare for Matt. All right, here comes our first look at Nick Carbonetto. And here he comes, Nicky. Ooh, he leaves a 245. 245. Here's our first look at Marc Miller. Mark from Merrick, New York. Shot an 857 at 3 o'clock to make it here to the finals. All right, Mark's first shot. Coming good when he leaves a 10-pin. Alright, so only 1 strike in the first frame for these 5 bowlers on the house shot. Here comes Nicky. Good spare for Nicky. Way to go. Okay, here's Mark looking for his 10-pin. And we've got our first open of the match. Wow. So
I'm going to do it, I'll do it the first frame.
Mark, who's getting the most pins, 61 pins, as the first open. Okay, frame number 2. Let's see if Eric Vecchi can double. The LIGBT is sponsored by Brunswick Corporation, makers of the finest bowling balls in the world. Here comes Eric's second shot. Oh no! A stone 7-pin avoiding the double. What a bad break for Eric. Eric's been a member since 2010, 6 years looking for his first title. So far he's really throwing the ball well today. This is his first and only round in the finals. He got seeded right here into the shootout since he led the 1 o'clock spot. Mr. Frank Spano. And he puts it in the pocket, leaves the 10-pin. Both Frank and Eric bowl out of East Iceland lanes. They bowl in the same league on Monday nights. All right, Eric making the spare. All over it. Well done for Eric.
Wow.
Okay, Frank Spano taking his time, looking for the 10-pin. And he makes it perfectly. Frank, really a good bowler.
Good job, Frankie. Thank you.
Frank actually won a scratch tournament for the LIGBT many years ago. And one of his proud moments was he defeated Anthony Pepe, who is right now a PBA champion. All right, here comes Matt. Looking good. 10 in the pit. There we go. They're starting to loosen up out there. Okay, Nick Carbonetto. Nicky coming always with his buddies, Kevin Rabick and Joe Kingston. When he goes high, this time he leaves a 3-6-10. First finals for Nick. Nick is from Stony Brook, New York. He's been a member since 2015, so about a year and a half, looking for his first title. All right, here comes Marc Miller. Marc had an open frame, going high. And, oh, look at this, he gets the strike! He gets a 3-6-10. He didn't even know it. The 10-pin rock fell into the 6, fell into the 3 for the strike. All right, here comes Nicky. Good spare for Nick Carbonetto. Way to go, Nick. That finishes frame number 2, entering frame number 3. Frank Spano will be on the right, working off the spare. Eric with a stone 7-pin in his second frame. So he's working also on a spare. All right, here comes Frankie. This one's with a whole pocket. Oh, he trips the 9. Had left the 4-9, and he trips us. That's Frank's first strike. Way to go, Frank. All right, Eric Vecchi. First 2 balls have been in the pocket. 10 in the pit. So Eric really has the line. Looks very relaxed out there. Well done for Eric. Eric's been a member since 2010, no titles. He's a retired policeman. And he's married with 1 beautiful daughter. All right, come on, Nicky. 10 in the pit for Nicky. Where's your buddies?
They don't want to watch.
All right, here comes Matt. Now Matt's on a strike, so looking for the double. Could be the first double of the match. 10 in the pit. The double is there for the first one here at the LIGBT event at AMF Sayville. All right, now Marc Miller will be here to complete frame number 3. He's on a strike. Can he done? Remember his last frame, he left a 3-6-10. The 10 rocked and knocked over the other pins, so he's got a strike on the board. Let's see if he can take advantage of the break. Oh, this one's going Jersey. Can it hold? He goes Jersey, knocks the 6-pin over. He'll take it. So that's a double. Way to come back from an open frame. You can see why Marc is getting the most pins in the final, 61. Eric's getting 43. Matt's getting the least, 36. Both Frank Spano and Nicky are both getting 45, so Eric, Frank, and Nick are very close. Marc Miller's getting the most with 61. And Matt's getting the least again at 36. So pretty tight match. Ooh, Eric going high, leaves the 610. His first poor shot here in the finals. All right, Frank Spano. Starting off his frame number 4. On a strike, looking for a double. Frank, one of the nicest gentlemen you'll meet in a bowling center. All right, Frank throwing the ball pretty well. 10 in the pit for Frankie. That's a double. Way to go, Frank. All right, Eric Vecchi looking for his Eric, a young 50 years old. Way to go, Eric, on the spare. Eric shot an incredible 880 series with his handicap to lead the 1 o'clock squad. He sat out the 3 o'clock and just waited to bowl here in the final shootout, final game. All right, here comes Nick Carbonetto on a strike. This one's going a little wide, but it comes back for 10 in the pit. Way to go, Nicky. So that's a big double for Nick. All right, Matt on a double, looking for a triple. Can he get it? Oh, he hangs up on it. Leaves a little weak 10 pin. So still looking for a triple here. Marc Miller can come up and get the triple after Matt finishes his spare. Matt is married with 2 kids, a boy and a girl. He owns his own business. He sells his own beef jerky and barbecue sauce. Spare for Matt. All right, Marc Miller is going to be finishing up frame number 4. He is working on a double. He's gotten his last one went jersey. His first strike was a very lucky falling 10, 6, and a 3. 3, 6, 10 break. All right, Mark taking his time. Hey, Mark, this one looks pretty good. 10 in the pit for a triple. Way to go, our first triple of the match. Way to go. This is, Mark just joined a few tournaments ago. This is his first finals. So this has been an exciting time. All right, we're starting frame number 5 here. LIGBT has its big spring major next weekend, Friday night, April 15th, and Sunday, April 17th, over in AMF Babylon. First prize is $2,000, second $1,000, third $750, fourth $500. It's a don't miss event. All finalists guaranteed at least $100. Here comes Frank looking for a triple. 10 in the pit for a triple for Frank. Way to go, Frankie. Frankie is in construction. He specializes in air conditioning. He's a manager for a construction company. Married with 2 kids and 4 grandchildren. There's the Eric Vecchi we know for a strike. That's his 3rd time he struck on lane 7 on the left side. The Babylon tournament, again next week, the spring major. Entry fee $70 each squad. 2 squads Friday night, 7 and 9. 2 more squads on Sunday, 1 and 3, plus a Desperado. Here comes Nicky. Going high, leaves the 610. After we finish the spring major, the following week we're at AMF Garden City for another Sports Shop tournament. That's Sunday, April 24th. All right, Nick going for the spare. This one looks pretty good. Oh, he chops the 6 off the 10, a bad break. So that's Nick's first open. Okay, here's Matt winging it out. 10 in the pit for Matt. Way to go for Matt. All right, Mark finishing up the 5th frame. He's working on a 3-bagger. His last one was 10 in the pit. LIGBT's next house shot tournament's going to be at Whitestone Lanes in Queens. First time we're ever going to be there. That's going to be on a Sunday, May 15th. That's the week after Mother's Day. We hope you can make it down in Whitestone Lanes in Queens, right off the Whitestone Expressway. That is LIGBT's next house shot tournament. All right, this one's going way wide, and look at it come back. Oh, he leaves a 9-pin, but it falls for number 4 in a row. Way to go, Mar. All right, we are into frame number 6. Let's check the scores. And on the left, there's Eric, 133 on a strike. Matt, 135 on a strike, so he's 2 pins ahead of Eric. And then Mark is on a 4-timer, 160, so he's got the lead right now. And then on the right, you can see Frank Spano, 144 with the triple. And last but not least, Nick Carbonetto, he's on an open, 138. Let's get back to the action. Here is Eric Vecchi. Eric looking for a strike. It's stone 9-pin. He cannot catch a break on the right lane. That's a stone 7 in the 1st frame, and a 2nd frame, and a stone 9 in the 6th frame. All right, here's Eric making the spare, and he does a great job on it. Eric bowling clean, but cannot get a double. He's got a Dutch 200 up there. Okay, Frank Spano up next on the left lane. He's got 3 in a row, looking for number 4. Right. But Marc Miller's leading. Trying to catch up to Marc Miller. Goes high. Ooh, leaves just the 3 in the 6th. Okay, Matt Umbenhower waiting for Frank to complete the spare. And Frank's over. No, he's all over that. Great spare for Frank. All right, now Matt Umbenhower. He is on a strike in his 6th frame. He needs a double here to really get back into the match. Marc Miller getting the early lead. Ooh, this one he really tugs. Goes high, leaves a 3-6-10, and he's got his hands up, happy that it's all it was. All right, here comes Nick. Laying it a little short. Holds pocket for 10 in the pit. Way to go, Nicky. Way to come back from that open. All right, Matt makes the spare perfectly. Way to go, Matt. All right, Marc Miller now going to be up on the right lane. Marc worked for AMF on tour. Bowling in his first finals, single gentleman. He's got 4 in a row. He opened in the 1st frame, throwing 4 in a row. This one will really extend his lead, although there's a lot of bowling still left here in this LIGBT shootout. Marc taking his time. This one looks pretty good. Ooh, he leaves the 4-pin, so there goes the string at 4. That was a good shot by Marc. Marc shot an 857 series at 3 o'clock to advance to the finals. Marc going for the spare. He's all over it. Great spare for Marc. All right, so Marc has a 17-pin lead over Frank Spano. 17-pin lead over Frank Spano. He has a 36-pin lead over Eric Vecchi. And he has a 34-pin lead over Matt Umbenhower. All right, frame number 7, Frank Spano on the right, working off a spare. This one could go a little high. Does it hold pocket? Ooh, he got into the oil too early, left the 10. I tugged it. Eric Vecchi throwing the ball great. Ooh, he goes high, leaves the disastrous 6, 7, 10. That's going to really hurt Eric's chances unless he slides it over. Look at Frank all over that spare. Frankie looking really good. Had a great crowd today here in AMF Sayville. 92 bowlers packed the center on a beautiful day outside. LIGBT's house shot tournament brought in 11 new bowlers, new members today. Eric, ooh, gave it a really good try. Just missed. Took out just the 10 pin, so that's an open for Eric in his 7th frame. All right, Nick Carbonetto on a strike. Let's see if he needs a double here to keep his title hopes alive. And he gets it! What a great shot for Nicky. Way to go, Nick. That's a big double. Easy, don't work too hard. Okay, here comes Matt Umbenhower. Oh, he tugged this one too. But he goes Jersey, lifts his arms up saying, thank you very much. All right, Marc Miller will be finishing up frame number 7 here in our 5-person shootout. All 5 bowlers are looking for their first LIGBT title. So this is an exciting day for these 5 bowlers looking for their first big trophy and the $1,000 first prize. All right, Marc Miller working on a spare. He's got a 23-pin lead right now. Can he extend it? Goes high, leaves the 3, 6, 10. So as it gets closer to the ends, it gets a little bit more pressure for someone trying to close out his first title. Let's see if he can make the spare. He'll still have a nice lead. What a nice spare. Good shot for Marc as he spares up here in frame number 7. We're starting frame number 8. Eric will be on the right, and Frank Spano will be on the left. Okay, Eric Vecchi starting frame number 8. That looks pretty good. Oh my God, Eric cannot catch a break. A stone 9-pin, the second one of the match. Now Frank Spano. Frank 15 pins behind the leader, Marc Miller. 10 in the pit. What a great shot for Frank in frame number 8. He's
15 down. And he's in second.
All right, Eric Vecchi making the spare here. Frame number 8 for him. Now comes Nick Carbonetto. Strike here would put Nicky right back in the match.
If he hits what happens.
That was better.
17.
All right, a strike here puts Nicky down only 17 pins. Can he get it? Okay, hold on. Oh no, 4-6 split. He went a little high, and that is going to be a devastating open for Nick Carbonetto. All right, now Matt Umbenhower. He said, "You cheated." Okay, good. All right, so Nicky gets the wood. Leaves him an open in frame number 8. Now, Matt Umbenhower is on a strike. He needs a double here to put himself back in the match. This one goes 10 in the pit. What a good shot from Matt, so he's back in the match. LIGBT certainly showing off different styles of these bowlers. It's amazing how the diversity of how to throw the ball, but coming up with the same results. That's what makes bowling such a great sport. Now we got Marc Miller, our leader. Now Frank Spano, who's in second, has already struck in the 8th, so Marc needs to stay with him to keep his lead. This one's going to go high. Goes Jersey, leaves a 6-pin. So Frank has a chance now to pick up some more wood if he doubles in his 9th frame.
How you doing, Frank? You strike out?
Great shot. Good spare for Marc Miller. Okay, so now we're going into the foundation 9th frame. Frank Spano is 14 pins behind the leader, Marc Miller, but Frank's on a strike. If he hits here, he's down only 4 pins going into the final frame. Eric Vecchi on a spare. He's also going into his 9th frame. Remember, 1,000 first, 500 second, 350 third, 300 fourth, and 250 is 5th. That's the payday. Payday today, over $3,500. We paid out 18 spots in the finals. Here comes Frank. Could it hold pocket? 10 in the pit. He's down only 4 pins. Way to go, Frank. Frank's the oldest member here in the finals, 61 years of age, but he's bowling like a youngster. All right, Eric Vecchi. Oh, going a little wide, coming up. Mixes it up, rips the rack for strike. That is Eric's first strike on the left lane. All right, Nick Carbonetto. He just coming off an open 4-6 split. Can he come back? Trips up a 7-10, mixes it down. So Nicky, big strike here in the 9th frame. Matt Umbenhower. All right, so he's going for a triple. Leaves the 5-pin. Wow. All right, so this match is coming down to Frank Spano and Marc Miller. And we're going to be heading soon into the 10th frame, but Marc Miller still needs to shoot his 9th frame, and Frank's already on a strike. All right, Matt makes the spare. Good spare. All right, Marc Miller, right now, 9th frame, the foundation frame. Control zone. Big shot here. If Marc doesn't strike, Frank Spano, although he's behind 4 pins, would control his own destiny, meaning he could shut out Marc by striking in the 10th frame. Big shot here. Throws the ball pretty well. Does it hold pocket? Oh no! 4, 6, 7, 10, and that is a devastating open. Now, the Academy Award.
Well, you're really fighting hard for that.
And I'm being recruited by college basketball coaches now that I won the championship in Sayville.
Oh, here we go.
That's right.
Here we go.
That's right. Okay, so we have some turnaround here. Let's see if Marc can get 2 pins. And he does, unless he chops. No, he's got the 2. Smart move. All right. So here's the story. Frank is 7 pins ahead of Matt, but he has the ball. So strike. If. Okay. All right, Eric Vecchi will go first. This is the 10th frame. We're here at AMF Sayville, final 5 shootout of our house shot tournament. All right, Eric throwing the ball pretty well here, going high, and he leaves the 4-6. Oh no! So he leaves the 4-6. Lanes were oiled before the 1 o'clock squad. 6 hours later, they are really breaking down. All right, Eric will go for the 1 pin. All right, Eric misses both. So Eric finishes up with a 171 scratch, 214 handicap. So Eric most likely will finish in 5th place, earning $250. Great day for Eric Vecchi. I'm sure he's disappointed after leading the first squad with an 880 and being seated right here in the final match. Okay, Frank Spano, strike, puts his name on the check and trophy. Let's see if he can get it.
Oh boy.
10 in the pit. Thank God for house shot tournaments. Oh, you think so? All right, Frank Spano, bowling fantastic. We'll be shooting a clean game. This one shuts it out. All right, the strike here shuts out Matt Umbenhower. Does he get it? No, this one's a good shot. This one's Frank's best ball of the match. There's the winner, Mr. Frank Spano. First LIGBT title. Way to go, Frank. $1,000 victory.
Same ball I won with in 2000, whatever it was.
Frank telling everybody the ball he's using today is the same ball as when he won the LIGBT scratch tournament 6 years ago. Incredible. All right, Frank finishing up his victory lap. He's going to finish with around 246 scratch, which will put him in the 290s. Oh, he goes high, leaves 9. He shoots 245, 290 with his handicap.
Thank you.
Frank Spano, congratulations with your first LIGBT title. Okay, now Matt, looking for 2nd place, which is $500. Second place.
I don't know how you do that, man.
All right, here comes the strike. 10 in the pit. Big shot for Matt, looking for 2nd place. No, I think Marc has got the first strike in the 10th counts. All right, Nicky 10 in the pit. It is 10 in the pit for Nick Carbonetto. That's a double for Nick. Nicky trying to be a strong finisher. Nicky's Home Bowling Centers, believe it or not, is here at AMF Sayville and in Port Jeff. Here comes Matt. Oh, he's chucking it out there. Leaves half a bucket. Leaves half a loaf. Oh, Mark? To get second? All right, so the way it's going to wind up is Marc Miller's going to need a double to finish in second. Here comes Matt. Nick, excuse me. 10. Oh, no, a stone 7 pin. What a bad break. Here comes Matt, looking to finish up. All right, he gets 9. Finishes up, though, with a 217 scratch, 253 with his handicap. Great bowling today. That right now puts him in second place. Marc Miller is going to need a spare to finish second. If not, Matt will finish in second. Good spare for Nicky. Nicky will finish up with 198 scratch, 243 handicap. Oh. Yeah. I know. Yeah. All right, Mark needing a spare or strike to finish second. Let's see how he does. This one goes a little wide. He knows it went high, but he left the 4-pin. That's okay. He needs a spare to finish in second place. Yeah, good.
Unbelievable.
And is that second place? There it is, second place. Way to go, Mark. Big spare. He needs 5 pins to lock it up. 5 pins.